Gracious God, today we are here to deliver on a promise long made. For years, our people labored on soil, turning hardship into harvest, upon land that carries their sweat, their stories, and their hopes. Promises made faded with time, yet through faith and perseverance, this day has come. We thank you, Lord, for granting justice long delayed, for allowing the hands that once toiled here to finally hold what they have earned. Bless the land that it may yield peace, unity, and prosperity. Bless those who receive it, that they may build with gratitude, live with dignity, and care for it with love. Bless our leaders, that their hearts remain guided by fairness and compassion for all. May this moment be more than a ceremony. Let it be a symbol of healing, of honor restored, of hope renewed, and of promises made, of promises kept. We give you thanks for the generations who endured, and we ask your blessing upon those who now step forward in their legacy.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to each and every one of you once again, and a warm welcome to the Diplomatic Center. We are here for Rooted in Resilience 2. We'll tell you much more about that a little bit later on. The Honorable Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, SCMP, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The Honorable Saddam Hussein, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs and Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Neela Dwarika Ali, Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs. Other permanent secretaries with us this afternoon, members of the Cabinet, senators, parliamentary secretaries, Dr. Alan Sammy, Chairman, Caroni 1975 Limited, Mr. Lester Chariah, Chairman, Estate Management and Business Development Company Limited, Mr. Lionel Dici, Chief Executive Officer, Caroni 1975 Limited, specially invited guests, heads of department, lease recipients, and by no means lease at all, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome once again to each and every one of you, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation to be with us today. Your presence is highly appreciated. As we welcome you to Rooted in Resilience 2, you'd recall this is a continuation of this government's commitment of delivering residential land leases to former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited. On August 12, 2025, the first batch of 200 recipients received their leases at the Southern Academy for the Performing Arts. Today, a second tranche of leases are ready for distribution. And may I add, promises made, promises kept. As we begin our program, our first speaker, even before the advent of GPS as we know it today, he possessed intimate knowledge of this country's topography. For many decades, well over 40, 50 years, and even till today, that knowledge is translated into his contribution to both rural and urban development, particularly where land is viewed as an economic driver of the economy. Testimony of his recipient of the medal for remarks of Caroni 19.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. The Honorable Kamla Prasad Visesa, SC, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The Honorable Saddam Hussein, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs. Senator the Honorable Ravi Ratiram, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. Ministers of Cabinet and Parliamentary Secretaries. Mr. Rick Javed Ali, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, and other permanent secretaries, specially invited guests, lease recipients, you are the people of the day, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and a privilege to address you this afternoon on behalf of the board and management of Caroni 1975 Limited. Today's event marks another significant step in fulfilling a long-standing commitment, one that speaks to the company's obligations to the former VSEP workers of Caroni. The Picton 1 residential site stands as a symbol of dedication and commitment in delivering the residential lots to the former Caroni employees. Caroni 1975 Limited remains deeply committed to the process of working under the guidance and policy direction of the government and with the unwavering support of the various ministries and statutory bodies. Thus far, we have made steady progress in the delivery of leases to qualified beneficiaries. Each lease handed over represents not just a document, but a new beginning, a chance to own, to invest, and to prosper. As we gather here today, I wish to reaffirm Caroni's continued commitment to complete the distribution of the remaining leases at the Picton 1 residential site. Our dedicated team continues to work diligently to resolve outstanding matters and ensure that every eligible recipient receives what is rightfully due to them. We are mindful that this is not merely an administrative exercise, but a matter that touches the lives of hundreds of families who have waited patiently for the past 22 years. The perseverance by the beneficiaries strengthens our resolve to bring this process to completion as efficiently and transparently as possible. Allow me to take this opportunity to express sincere appreciation to the Honorable Prime Minister and the Cabinet for their steadfast leadership and continued support of Caroni's obligations. I also wish to thank the staff and management of Caroni 1975 Limited for their unwavering commitment and dedication to complete this mandate. To the beneficiaries receiving leases today, congratulations. This milestone represents not only the fulfillment of a promise, but also the beginning of new possibilities for you and your families. As chairman, I can assure you that Caroni 1975 Limited will continue to work hand in hand with the government to deliver on its remaining obligations and to ensure that every former employee who accepted the company's VSEP in 2003 receives what is rightfully due to them. Thank you. You continue to work together in service for Caroni workers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alan Sammy, and of course, we want to wish Dr. Alan Sammy all the best as he continues to partner with us here at the Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs in ensuring the delivery, the timely delivery of land leases to former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited. Let's show him our appreciation once again by giving him a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my pleasure to welcome welcome the Parliamentary Secretary, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, and also in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mr. Nicholas Morris, to address you. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much. Good evening all. Honourable Prime Minister, who has just joined us, members of Cabinet, members of Parliament, members of the Senate, Parliamentary Secretaries. Today we are gathered here yet again at what we call the People's Delivery Centre of Trinidad and Tobago to empower people, enrich our country and energize our nation. For years this building has been commonly called the Prime Minister's Diplomatic Centre. But in the past 6 months, the Honourable Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, SC, has turned this into a building where hope, opportunity, and development for our people is bestowed every single week. And that is why we call it the Delivery Centre of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Months ago, Minister Padarat, who is right here with us, delivered over 500 jobs for young people. 3 weeks ago, we launched the UNDP report. 2 weeks ago, we launched the Limb Fitment Program to benefit over 800 citizens in this country. And today, we are now helping hundreds of people with leases for properties that they deserve. Today, as we mark Diwali, the celebration of light over darkness, we end yet another cloud of darkness that has been brought on by those before. The darkness of depriving those from the fruits of their labor. Today, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Caroni Lease distribution. Under the theme, Rooted in Resilience. It describes the journey of our ancestors. It describes the journey of you, the people receiving this land. And more so, it describes the vision of our Prime Minister, a resilient and determined government to ensure development for our country. Today, we must applaud our Prime Minister, as this event is a symbol of our commitment to deliver and develop the people of this country in an equitable manner. So brothers and sisters, in essence, it is yet another week and yet another program of delivery from the Honourable Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa. Today, I would like to congratulate the young, the dynamic, powerful Minister Saddam Hussein, because he has done in 6 months what those before him could not do in 10 years. Today, we congratulate Minister Hussein and his team, and we congratulate the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So congratulations to all, and welcome to the Delivery Centre of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for warm words of welcome. And of course, we know it as the Diplomatic Center. Now we know it even more than that. It is the Delivery Center in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much for warm words of welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with the program, today's lease distribution is ably assisted and facilitated through the professional efforts of the Estate Management and Business Development Company Limited. In preparation for today's exercise, this institution has discharged its responsibility with transparency and efficiency as the custodian of lands formerly owned by Caroni 1975 Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, for remarks, let's welcome Chairman of the EMBDC, Mr. Lester Chariah. Please welcome him.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon all. Honourable Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honourable Kamala Prasad Bisesa of Senior Council, SC and MP, Member of Parliament. Honourable Minister of Land and Legal Affairs, the Honourable Saddam Hussein. Honourable Members of Parliament, Senior and Cabinet Members, Secretaries, and also our hard-working permanent secretaries and executives of the various linked corporations and state enterprises who are present, our esteemed guests, and most importantly, our specially invited guests, the former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited. On behalf of the Estate Management Business Development Company Limited, I bring you greetings on this special occasion and during this auspicious time. The Board of Directors and the executive and staff of the EMBDC are grateful to play a part not only in today's program, but in the days that have led up to this day. It is without fear of contradiction that I can say that what is about to take place here today is a result of the will to deliver. It is easy to make a promise, but it may not be so easy to fulfill that promise. What is important, however, is the will to deliver. That will is essential. It motivates, it creates, it directs, and it drives us to achieve that which we set out to do. It is also without fear that I say today that today is the embodiment of the will of the Honorable Prime Minister to put into action that has been put into action by our Honorable Minister of Land and Legal Affairs, as well as the various state bodies who have all come together to ensure that this promise that was made is in fact kept. It is both a pleasure and a privilege to be here to continue to witness and also assist in the dynamic way in which our line minister has chosen to go about the delivery of this particular project and the way he has advanced it. The Honorable Minister, under the guidance, astute guidance, I would say, of the Honorable Prime Minister, has taken a novel but a commendable approach of linking each ministry, state body, and department that is necessary for this exercise, and he has done so directly. And I want to record our sincere appreciation for that approach because it has eliminated a number of the delays. You would have heard that what could, the Honorable Parliamentary Secretary said, what did not happen in 10 years, this minister and this government has been able to do in 6 months. We in the EMBDC are committed to continuing and improving in our role, not only in ensuring that the program is successfully completed, but in also fulfilling the original mandate of this enterprise. We wish all recipients here today peaceful and quiet enjoyment of the fruits of your labor. We want to thank you for your past service to the development of this country. We in the EMBDC would also thank the Honorable Prime Minister and our line minister for inviting us to be a part of this special occasion. We take this opportunity now to wish all of you and your families best wishes to everyone for a safe and enjoyable Diwali. Thank you all, and may God bless our nation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lester Chariah, who is the chairman of the Estate Management and Business Development Company Limited. We have a commitment from a good corporate citizen that Trinidad and Tobago and the continuation of the distribution of land leases between Caroni and, of course, EMBDC will continue. First it was SAPA, now it is here, and that process is going to continue in the months ahead as we roll out even more projects. So once again, let's say thank you very much and put our hands together and show appreciation for EMBDC, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to sit back and relax and take in the next performance that is coming up shortly. It is a violinist whose artistry bridges cultures, blending the elegance of Western classical music with the intricate beauty of Indian classical traditions. With over 15 years of performance experience, he has appeared at and festival. Currently pursuing music at the University of Trinidad and Tobago, he continues to work with distinguished musicians, creating performances that honor tradition while embracing the vibrancy of modern musical expression. You will love this one. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and warmly welcome Sachin Budram.
So for this next song, this will be my offering to Diwali. I've taken a song that's iconic to Trinidad's Diwali, and I've made it ours by adding Caribbean beats to it. So I hope you enjoy this. If you know it, feel free to clap along and sing.
Thank you very much. Two beautiful selections back to back, and of course the magic of the violin, but much more importantly, the versatility of the player behind the violin. East meets West, the magic and the versatility of Sachin Budram. Let's give him a round of applause once again. And of course, it was very beautiful as he was serenading the Honorable Prime Minister upon her arrival here. Let's welcome the Honorable Prime Minister, Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa. We thank you very much for taking time from your busy schedule to be with us at this distribution of Rooted in Resilience 2. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, one good performance deserves another. And this time, it's going to be a beautiful musical experience you will get from Caitlin Sultan. Young lady, dynamic indeed. And of course, only recently, she's been made a brand ambassador for B-Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, a dance item and of course a song as well coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Sultan. Let's warmly welcome.
Sitaram, everyone. I'm Caitlin Sultan, and it's a real pleasure to be here. I would like to greet all our guests, all our honorable ministers, and of course, our honorable Prime Minister, Auntie Kamala Persad. You all give her a round of applause, please. I hope you enjoy my song. This is called Dirty Mata, and I thought this one is very suitable for this event, since this song explains everything about our Mother Earth. क्या Thank you. So for this next song, it's a medley of songs, and I had the great opportunity to do this song with an artist from India. And I would like to invite my daddy Nishad Sultan to accompany me with this song.
Namaste. Good afternoon. Namaste, Siddharam, ministers, Prime Minister. So you guys enjoy the program so far, right? Yeah? हवा के साथ साथ कथा के संग संग हवा के साथ साथ कथा के संग संग हो साथी चल
मुझे लगे साथ चल तू यही दिन रात चल तू संभल मेरे साथ चल तू हाथों में हाथ चल तू हो साथी चल
हवा के साथ साथ कथा के संग संग हवा के साथ साथ घटा के संग संग हो साथी चल
मुझे लगे साथ चल तू यही दिन रात चल तू संभल मेरे साथ चल तू हाथों में हाथ चल तू हो साथी चल
Come on guys, clap your hands like this, come on. We're here to celebrate with you all. Hey, बाहर से कोई अंदर ना आ सके बाहर से कोई अंदर न जा सके सोचो कभी ऐसा हो तो क्या हो सोचो कभी ऐसा हो तो क्या हो
हम तुम एक कमरे में बंद हो और जाने को जाए मेरे नैनों के बोल बोलैया में रानी को जाए हम तुम एक कमरे में बंद हो और जाने को जाए
होए कह दो तुम्हें या चुप रहो दिल में मेरे आज क्या है जो बोलो तो जानू करूँ तुमको मानू चलो ये भी वादा है
कह दो तुम्हें या चुप रहो दिल में मेरे आज क्या है जो बोलो तो जानो गुरु तुमको मानो चलो ये भी वादा है
ये शाम मस्तानी मदहोश किए जाए मुझे रोको ये कीजे तेरी ओर लिए जाए
ये शाम मस्तानी मदहोश किए जाए मुझे दो कोई खींचे तेरी ओर ले जाए आओ ना गले लगा लो ना लगे बुझा दो ना हो जाने जा तुमने जो अगर लगाई है तो जो कि देखो ना कहाँ कहाँ देखो सिर में कैसे हलचल मुझे है ओ साजना पर पापा पर देखो सिर में कैसे हलचल मुझे है ओ साजना आओ ना गले लगा लो ना लगे बुझा दो ना हो जाने जा Thank you.
So before we leave, friends, we'd like to do one more, right? I believe this song is the Prime Minister's favorite song. Recently, Anna Beam, right? नज़ारे सो गए सितारे
सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी
ना जाने तुम कब आओगे तड़प रहे हैं हम यहाँ
तरफ रहे हैं हम यहाँ तुम्हारे इंतजार में तुम्हारे इंतजार में
खिजा तरंग आ चला है मौसम बहार में खिजा तरंग आ चला है मौसम
बहार में
मौसम बहार में हवा भी रुत बदल चुकी
ना जाने तुम कब होगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब होगे
सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे ना जाने तुम कब आओगे ना जाने तुम कब आओगे
Thank
you.
Thank you very much. As they say, let's make some noise. Let's show them some appreciation. Caitlin Sultan and Nishan Sultan performing for us. And you know, while they were singing and performing, I deliberately went down in the audience to take a little gaze at the faces of the recipients of the leases today. And they were nodding and singing along and clapping. I'm sure nostalgia came back to you. Some of you, while you were cutting the sugar cane back in the days, some of these songs, you may have been singing them as well. So a lot of nostalgia there as those renditions were made. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with the program, when the request was made to ensure the timely delivery of residential land leases to former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited, he moved with the greatest sense of urgency and alacrity. He brought together ministerial and intergovernmental agencies under one single entity, thereby ensuring that leases were ready in the shortest possible time. The result, within 100 days of assuming office, 200 leases were distributed on August 12, 2025 at Sapa. Today, a second tranche of 100 leases is ready for distribution. Ladies and gentlemen, for remarks, please welcome the Honorable Minister of Land and Legal Affairs and Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, the Honorable Saddam Hussein.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. After those beautiful renditions and performances, I wonder why I had to come and give a long, boring speech. But these are some of the remarks that we have to give on these momentous occasions. And firstly, let me acknowledge the greatest Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa of Senior Council, the second female Prime Minister, the first and second female Prime Minister of our great republic, members of Cabinet, members of Parliament, senators, permanent secretaries of Caroni 1975 Limited, the board of the EMBDC, specially invited guests, heads of department, the recipients of these leases, members of the media. Today is truly another defining moment in our government. It is a kind of governance in which people are the center of decision-making, the kind of governance in which all citizens have been placed at the heart of a caring administration. And today's exercise, the distribution of land leases to former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited, is yet another perfect example of government coming closer to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. As promise made, promise kept. As I stand here this afternoon, I am filled with tremendous sense of joy, happiness, gratitude, and accomplishment as being part of a great administration led by the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa. This government is now fully engaged in doing the work of the people. And therefore, it is with great humility that I warmly welcome all recipients at the Diplomatic Center. Your presence here is highly appreciated. This is a moment you have been waiting for over 22 years. We thank you for your patience. We embrace your courage. And as a government, we remain resolute in our duty to you as former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited. Another promise made and another promise kept. And so for the second time in less than 6 months, we are here once again engaging in the distribution of land leases for former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited. As Roshan told you, we distributed 200 leases in our first 100 days in office on the 12th of August, 2025. And I want to make an observation upon assuming office in the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries, then formerly called, where the EMBDC, a state enterprise, was assigned under my portfolio item. And the EMBDC was in charge of developing these sites in order to distribute these lots, these residential lots, to the ex-Caroni workers. I'm advised in the last 10 years that the EMBDC, under the direction of the last government, halted works on every single site and left it in a state of decay and rot. From checks within the EMBDC, instead of taking that money to ensure that the lands were developed so that you can have a place to call home, I am informed and I'm advised that the EMBDC in the last 10 years spent not $1 on one of the sites, but they spent over $100 million in legal fees to hand-pick attorneys by the last government, leaving you without your lands for 22 years. The Kamala Prasad Bisesa government in 6 months are delivering over 300 leases to ex-Caroni workers. These sites, when we saw them, were very much developed. They could have been given out in a matter of days, weeks, or months. But the former administration, because of spite, ill will, malice, refused to give you your lands. But under this government, we give the commitment through our manifesto, which is now government policy, that we will ensure that every single ex-Caroni worker will be able to be given their residential lots that was promised so long ago. And this is an opportune time also, as this is the first event collaborating with the Office of the Prime Minister as a newly minted Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs. And the Prime Minister, being a former Minister of Legal Affairs, through her wisdom and being a very astute attorney as herself, would have understood the needs of having separate ministries doing the same work, duplicating the monies and duplicating the resources, decided that we place all of these agencies and divisions under one umbrella ministry, be it the Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs, so that we can now streamline the processes. Because you had the Ministry of Agriculture dealing with state lands, you had the Ministry of Legal Affairs dealing with the registration of those lands, and then you had the Ministry of Finance dealing with the valuations of those lands. 3 separate ministries. Through a common sense approach, we were able to consolidate all under one umbrella ministry to ensure the timely delivery and streamlining of all of these land problems in Trinidad and Tobago. This is a government working for you. Stay tuned. We have much more coming up in a few months ahead. So as I bid you farewell on this auspicious occasion of Diwali, I ask that Mother Lakshmi bless Trinidad and Tobago with prosperity. I further ask that Dorothy Ma encourages us to give out more land leases to the workers, and I wish you a holy and Shubh Diwali. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the Minister of Land and Legal Affairs a bigger round of applause for his commitment, his loyalty and dedication in ensuring that land leases are distributed on a timely basis to the former workers of Caroni 1975 Limited. It is a commitment, and of course, this is not the end of it. In the coming weeks and months ahead, you will continue to hear of more distribution in different areas. Ladies and gentlemen, her tenure as Prime Minister then and now is filled with countless examples of one championing and advocating for the rights and dignity of the less fortunate. And today's exercise is yet another example. Her style of governance and her many policies are all aimed at ensuring that injustice and inequality are corrected while promoting social and economic stability, particularly for the most vulnerable. The end result, ladies and gentlemen, is a Prime Minister with a heart of compassion. Ladies and gentlemen, for the feature address, please warmly welcome the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, SCMP, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Please have your seats. As I greet all of you here today, we have a special guest. Please stand. He has come all the way from Saudi Arabia. Please welcome him to Trinidad and Tobago as a diplomat. Thank you, sir. Excellency, thank you for being here. And he didn't come with empty hands. He came with $5 million US. Can we thank him very much? Thank you, sir. Have your seat. Excellency, as I've been telling everyone, Trinidad is open for business, Trinidad and Tobago. And many have heard us across the land, across the world, across the globe. He's just one representative, but he brings so much to us, and we want to thank him again. To all my cabinet ministers, parliamentary secretaries, MPs, senators, all the PSs who are here today, chairmen and officials of Caroni 1975 Limited, EMBD, TNTEC, WASA, all coming together, members of the media, specially invited guests, and most important, our Caroni family, the great people of Pinal and surrounding communities, the men and women who carried Caroni on their backs for decades. Can we give them a round of applause? It's my pleasure to welcome you to this diplomatic center. And my minister in the office of the Prime Minister, Nicholas Morris, he has renamed Diplomatic Center to be Delivery Center. So we're here today to deliver. This is a place that must stand in service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Our doors will always remain open to you, the rightful guardians of our democracy under my government. Today, as Minister Sam told you, marks part 2 of our Caroni Lease distribution program. Part 1 took place on August 12th of this year, when we delivered, as Minister Salam has told us, 200 leases to former Caroni workers. Now, just 2 months later, we gather again to deliver another 110 leases, living proof that the government honors its word. As we tell you all the time, promises made will be promises kept. These ceremonies are not merely administrative milestones. They are moments of renewal. Excuse me, they are moments of renewal where promise meets purpose, and where justice takes tangible form in the hands of those who have been waiting and waiting and waiting, longing to be recognized. The story of Caroni is the story of Tobago and Trinidad, one of work, one of education, one of endurance and transformation. Many of us in this room today, and many outside this room, we are here where we are today because of Caroni 1975 Limited and its previous demarcations. Our land was built on that sugarcane, and the fields where you all labored to send us to school, so that we today could come back to reward you and thank you. I'm sorry it's taken me 22 years, but nothing comes before its time. And so for generations, the people of Caroni rose before dawn. They labored beneath the blistering sun. They carried the weight of our nation's economy on their shoulders. They produced not only sugar, not only crops, but also courage. When Caroni Limited was closed in 2003, thousands were left displaced and so felt disheartened. But even through 22 years of waiting, some in faith, some in quiet despair, some who did not live to see this day, their spirits never ever broke. That same courage that once crossed oceans and built communities from cane fields endured through every season of hardship. Today, that long vigil ends. That long vigil ends for some of you. What stood as unfinished chapters now promise, and promises kept, inscribed upon the very soil which sustained our forebears. This is not a triumph of politics. It is a triumph of principle. It is a reminder that when compassion and justice work hand in hand, delay need not mean denial, and hope can still find its way. Though every peace, patience, perseverance, and partnership, the light has returned to the people of Caroni, bringing dignity where there was disappointment, where there was no belonging. You belong here, as we all do. Today, we do not just give out these leases. We restore pride. We seek to restore security and a sense of home to all those who labor, all those who help to build this nation of ours. And now, how fitting it is that this ceremony is taking place excuse me, during the Diwali season, a very sacred season for all of us. And from Diwali, we go straight into Christmas. So we are into months upon months of celebration as we celebrate Diwali, and we go into the season of Christ, Christmas. So we have months upon months of triumphs and celebrations together. In that same spirit, today's event is more than that of governance, an act of governance. It is an act of light, a moment when faith and fairness come together to illuminate lives. The Holy Book tells us, all those books that were brought to our shores, by you, the children of indented laborers, by those children of slaves, tells stories, timeless stories, of Lord Ram's returned to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile. It is a story of faith rewarded, duty fulfilled, and light restored. So I have been in the darkness. Trinidad, we say we were in Banwas, but the Indians will tell you pronounce it differently. But we say we were in Banwas for 10 years in exile. And today we have lived to see light restored. Out of darkness, light has triumphed. Those early laborers carry not only their hopes and humble belongings, but also their sacred texts, songs, and this enduring message of Diwali, the victory of righteousness and renewal. When they arrived and settled upon and worked the very lands that would one day become Caroni Limited, they transformed wilderness into the heartbeat of our national economy. Through their toil, the first seeds of our sugar industry were planted. And in those same fields in Pina, Felicity, Waterloo, Barrackpore, Caroni, the first deers were lit. Humble flames, which blossomed into the radiant national festival of Diwali as we know it today. Through their toil, how fitting then, how fitting that you, the descendants of the Caroni workers, and some still with us, Caroni workers, that those who first brought the light of Diwali to our shores now stand upon the very land your foreparents once worked. After 2 decades, that burden that they carried, that you carried, across the ocean, the deers that were brought, we have come home from the Ganges to Caroni, from arrival to belonging. A reminder that even the longest night must one day yield to the dawn and radiant of a rising sun. Today is a very beautiful sunshiny day, and so I say to you, congratulations to all 110 persons, recipients from Picton 1 Road, Picton Road 1, from Pinal and surrounding communities. Remember, these are more than parcels of land. They are pathways of progress, and carrying with them the promise of security, opportunity, and continuity. Each deed that you get represents not only the property, the piece of land that you have, but that gives you the power to plan, to grow, to build, and prosper. Minister Saddam told me a short while ago, he said, you are not just getting this deed. With this deed, you can go to the bank. You can get a loan, you can get a mortgage that could help you to build. You can get a mortgage, you can get a loan. Land is yours. It was always yours, and we are very proud. Use your land wisely. Protect your land. Cultivate it. And pass it on to your descendants with pride. Treat each lease as a deer of justice. And keep that sacred flame burning, brighter, lighting a pathway to a better day, tomorrow, and for the generations to come. Before I close, let me extend my heartfelt appreciation to Mr. Saddam Hussein, EMBD, the Commissioner of State Lands, Tiantek Wassa, and every public servant whose dedication made this day possible. I also want to thank the Minister of Agriculture, who worked together with Saddam in the Ministry of Agriculture before I disaggregated the portfolios. Minister Ratiram as well, we thank you. And Minister Padarat out of Tiantek and Wassa for making this possible. These deeds that you get today, these deeds that you will get today, as I say, represent more than the piece of land. It is your future and the future of your children. So my friends, as you light deers in this season of Diwali, may one burn in gratitude for your ancestors. May one burn in faith for your family, and another in hope for our nation to continue to build together. My friends, as I say, I want to thank all of you again, to our special visitor from Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much for bringing gifts for us in the season of Diwali. Diwali is a time of giving. And today I give you your leases, and to the nation I give you all my love. May God bless you, and Shubh Diwali to everyone. Okay, so we'll begin the distribution, and I've been asked to stay on stage to assist with that distribution. Thank you very much.
Prime Minister, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear it for the Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd ask the first batch of recipients to come on stage as we call your names. Please stay on stage for a photo afterwards, and then you'll return to seats. The Honorable Minister Saddam Hussein is pleased to present the first lease to Mr. Amral Ali. Mr. Alvin Roll Amichan. Mr. Lennox Kenny Amichan. Ravi Amichan. Mr. Turbani Babulal. Mr. Myron Babua. Mr. Kumar Balkaran. Mr. Renol Balram Singh. Mr. Jairaj Barban. Ms. Gail Bagan. Yeah. Sorry? Can we ask Minister Rudal Munilal to come on stage to assist with the distribution of some of the leases? After this group photo.
After we take your picture, yeah? So we'll do the group picture, right? Yeah. And they'll call Ravi Ram on standby. Okay. Yeah? How much more we have? Right. So we'll give Mr. Ravi Ram. Okay, keep going. You go. I don't know when you're rich. Yeah, they take a group photo with us. Yeah, no worry.
Second batches of leases, Bhavani Brijlal, Mr. Lakram Brijlal, Mr. Frank Deonarain, Anand Dodal, Mr. Dave Richard Farrell, Mr. Premnath Gosain, Mr. Siram Hiralal, Mrs. Geeta Jagmohan Das. Mr. Clyde Christopher Jaising, Mr. Balchan John, and Ms. Geeta Kanhai.
For this, we're going to take the picture now, right?
Yeah.
Just tell them hold on stage.
Please remain on stage for group photo.
Dr. Munila, you can stay there. We're going to take a group photo with everyone.
because after the right, I give her. Right, so the next
Yeah, we
person
can.
right.
Come down here to here. You get the other set ready. The next set. Yeah, the next 10, 12, whatever. Up to this one? No. Get up to like. Yeah. Yeah. Get the escort. On stage with us is Minister Barry Padarat, and we'd like to ask him to deliver the next set of leases, Mr. Rennie Lochan. Mr. Rennie Lochan. We'd like to call on stage now Mr. Rennie Lochan, Mr. Mervyn Mahabir, Rajpati Maharaj, Mr. Anderson Mengo, Mrs. Kalauti Mangaru, Mr. Errol Manpool, Mrs. Sasha Tishuna Matthews, Mr. Faizuddin Mohammed, Mr. Nizam Mohammed, Mr. Balraj Munilal. Mr. Kendall Nishal Mangal, Nanhu Kewal Pasad, Mr. Joey Pasad, Mr. Radesh Pasad. The following leases we'd like to ask now Minister Padarat. Thank you very much to take your photo shoot with this group. So the next name you're going is Suresh Prasad, and then we're coming down and it was Radesh. I know because. Okay, so yeah. I didn't call his name. The Honorable Senator Mr. Ravi Ratiram, could you please come on stage to deliver the next set and final leases to Mr. Shamdev Paudi, Mr. Jodan Raghubar, Lyndon Naresh Rajkumar, Mr. Renal Ramuta, Chandraban Hari Rampasad, Mr. Sham Rupchan, Mr. Leroy Ray Sahadev, Mr. Rol Radesh Sibalak, Mr. Donald Karamchan Sipasad, Mr. Roshan Shah, Mr. Hira Singh, Mrs. Hemawati Sugrim, Mr. Premchand Sugrim, Mr. Rohan Sukan,
Ladies and gentlemen, as the Prime Minister departs, if she could pause for one moment, there's a token of appreciation we'd like to present to the Honorable Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, recipients, please stay at your seat. We are just about to end our program. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Prime Minister departs, let's show our appreciation for our presence at our function here this evening by a hearty round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the point where we would like to express gratitude to each and every one of you who came out in your numbers to show your support and to make this distribution a great success that it has been. To formally do that, I'd like to call on the Chief Executive Officer of Caroni 1975 Limited, Mr. Lionel Dici, to move the vote of thanks. Let's welcome Mr. Lionel Dici.
The Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, SC, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The Honorable Ravi Ratiram, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. The Honorable Saddam Hussein, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs and Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Members of Cabinet and Parliamentary Secretaries, Permanent Secretaries, specially invited guests, lease recipients, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. It's indeed a privilege and an honor to address you on this momentous occasion, the second lease distribution ceremony held here at the Diplomatic Center, following the successful delivery of approximately 200 leases in August of 2025. Today marks another significant step forward in fulfilling the government's commitment to the former employees of Caroni 1975 Limited, a commitment grounded in fairness, stability, and social justice. On behalf of Caroni 1975 Limited, I extend sincere appreciation to the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for its steadfast support for this program, which continues to bring tangible benefits to families and communities, particularly in Central and South Trinidad. We express our profound gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa, for her visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to the welfare of the Caroni Lease recipients. Prime Minister, your leadership has been the cornerstone of this ongoing initiative, and we thank you sincerely. To the Honorable Saddam Hussein, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs and Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, we extend our deepest thanks to your tireless efforts in guiding this complex land distribution process. Your dedication and persistence have been instrumental in ensuring the timely execution of this second lease delivery exercise. Let me just divert a little bit from my script. In May of this year, I went to the minister and I expressed my frustration of the amount of bureaucracy we were experiencing over many years of trying to get this exercise done. And he calmly said, take your time, we will get it done. Take your time, we'll get it done. And this is after 6 months, we were able to get 2 ceremonies executed. I'd like to thank you. To the members of Cabinet and Parliamentary Secretaries present here today, we are deeply appreciative of your collective support and your shared commitment to the successful completion of this undertaking. Our gratitude is also extended to the many ministries, statutory bodies, and public agencies that contributed to this achievement, including the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, the Estate Management Business Development Company, the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, the Water and Sewage Authority, and the Penal-Debe Regional Corporation. Your collaboration and diligence in securing the required statutory approvals have been invaluable and are truly appreciated. To the visa lease recipients, today we celebrate you. This ceremony stands as a testament to your resilience, patience, and trust in the process. After many years of waiting, your perseverance is being rewarded. This is not merely a transaction. It is the restoration of security, pride, and opportunity. I also wish to commend the board and staff of Caroni 975 Limited for their meticulous planning, coordination, and dedication. The success of the initiative reflects your professionalism and your commitment to public service excellence. Finally, I extend severe thanks to the management and staff of the Diplomatic Center for their gracious hospitality, to the members of the media for your coverage and continued support, and to all who have contributed to making today's ceremony both meaningful and memorable. As we gather to distribute these leases, we do so with a deep sense of pride and purpose, knowing that together we are fulfilling a solemn promise to the former Caroni workers. Thank you and congratulations to you all.
The winning numbers in the National Lottery online draws for Thursday, 16th October 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Playway, the number 3, Carriage. Playway Jackpot, the numbers 22, 21, 1, 32 and 14 in any order. Pick 2, the numbers 5 and 24 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 5, 5, 1 and 4 in that order. And at 1 p.m. Playway, the number